And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the first Monday of October. Yeah. First Monday of October is still like 8,000 degrees. One more day. I say temps are plummeting tomorrow with highs in the 60s. But hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Welcome, welcome. Makers and Movers podcast. How are we all doing today, folks? It's your first time here or long time here. I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area. Make sure to go like and subscribe, share, and if you were watching on the replay, make sure to put Team Replay down there in the comments. Today's topic, talking about chasing payments, getting paid up front. Oh, we're talking about how you can stop getting ghosted and start getting paid, right? That's what we're going to talk about. So, let's check in. We'll see how people are doing. Did you have a great weekend? We did not get everything accomplished that we wanted to. We are still working on that. Renee, morning, 65 on the way to 84. That's right. Fall's supposed to show up tomorrow. Like, I think we're supposed to have like a 61 tomorrow, but then back in the high 70s, low 80s after that. Water bottle, coffee in the cup, sorting out the top five. Ugh. R5, it's like a rinse and repeat. Pretty much. We've got DTF that needs to get done. We've got glare transfers that need to get cut and get done. We've got invoicing that needs to happen. A team store that needs for approval and shirts to press. That's our five things that we got going on there. Danielle, good morning to you. Raining Tennessee, been busy. We haven't had rain forever. I think rain is supposed to show up tonight too. Been busy. Coffee in the cup. Work on some new multi-deck designs. Love it. Incoming stock orders, work on samples for new clients, still searching for a new hot press. You cannot go wrong with the I60, the 360 IQ from Stalls. In fact, hey, we sell it, so I would wholly recommend going through TRW for it. But that is the Mac Daddy of heat presses for hats, and I really don't think you can go wrong with it. I have yet to find somebody that thought it was a bad investment. Sharon, good morning to you. Happy Monday as well. Gabrielle, good morning to you, or good afternoon, good evening, something over there. Hello to you. Hello to crew. Hello, Peggy. How are you? Let's see. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Sunny Florida, currently 78, only climbing to 85. It's like 65, going to 89 today. Hi, Chuck. Morning, Renee. Keith, good morning from rainy Space Coast, Florida. See, I'm used to saying sunny. I had to think about it. Blueberry coffee in the cup. You're throwing all kinds of wackiness in there. Linda, hi, 71 on the way to 94 there in Texas. Sunshine and from Italy. Very nice. Barb, uh, 10 6 2025 five things. Embroidery, 3D printing, sewing alterations, digitizing, filament drawer assembly. Ooh, how did it all turn out? Good. I'm excited for that. Um, uh, Daniel, good morning to you from Hemet. Did I say that right? Hemet, California, and it's sunny there. Hi, Renee, Chuck, and Linda from Barb. I usually ask for a non-refunded deposit. I was right. We're going to talk about ways we can do that. Morning, Linda and Barb from Renee. Good morning from North Central Minnesota. 48 in sunny there from Barb. Ray, good morning to you. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. Yes, it is. We are in a burn ban due to lack of rain. I think we are too. I don't know. Rain tonight into tomorrow, so probably this afternoon for you. I know we've got a busy day because we got lunch. We got another lunch on the lawn today, so it's this call, then mentorship call, and then 20 minutes to process things, then to get to Jesus chicken, and then get to lunch on the lawn, and then get to pulling orders, and then getting to shipping orders, and then getting back to cut vinyl HTV transfers, finish everything that needs to be shipped, and then I got a corner of the garage to redo. So I'm gonna put a new countertop on that. I think I'm gonna paint it, and that's also hopefully we can get some content Prussian and Groven from there. Jerry, good morning. Hi, Renee, Linda, Barb, and Todd. And this afternoon over in Italy. Super good to know. Cindy, good morning. 66. I'm drinking caramel apple energy drink. 5 things. Pack orders, clean displays, stitch towels, card earrings. Install snaps on sanitizer holders. Sanitizer. I like that sanitizer. I think that's what my kids called it too, was sanitizer. Sabrina, good morning to you. I love that way for Sabrina. Like I was trying to, I love it. I love it. Um, What are you using for team stores? We use Chipply, Chipply. We don't have any affiliation with them. We don't have any discount. We don't get any affiliate kickback or anything. It is cashy. They do have discounts. They just were at a show last week and they've got one here. So you can always ask, hey, what kind of discounts do you have? But it's cashy to get started with them. They do take a percentage of sales, but oh, it's so easy to set stores up. Absolutely love it. Cannot talk enough about it. Hi, Cindy from Renee, Atlanta, Georgia. I have a buddy that's here in Illinois. That's friends. We're friends. He's like next court over from us. He's got season tickets to the Falcons that he flies down to. Not too shabby, right? Hi, Chuck and Cindy from Jerry. Good morning, Nina. And Renee, I made it. Yes, you did. Hello, TRW crew from Jerry. Kimberly, good morning. Haven't been here for a while. 43 there in Fargo, North Dakota. Well, welcome back. We're glad to see you. It is almost tree cake season. I've been seeing more and more tree cakes on different things. I don't have time for that, Renee. I've got a countertop like this one from our first store. I'm a hoarder. And so we have that I'll probably just throw on the workbench out there for it. Tree cake countdown is on. If you don't know, Cindy is a tree cake aficionado, and she really, really gets into it with the tree cakes. Okay, so what do you say? Let's get into it. Let's talk about chasing payments and how you can stop getting ghosted and start getting paid. All right, because I don't know about you. Have you ever, ordered blanks, made a design, and then had the customer just vanish? For apparel decorators, especially small ones, just get started, where you are, taking everybody for their word. Nothing's more frustrating, or costly than chasing down money after the work has already been done. So we're going to cover 5 ways that guarantee that you're going to get paid upfront, so you never have to worry about ghosted orders again. So what we'll learn is why deposits or full payments are non-negotiable. Invoicing tools to make paying easy, automating reminders so you're not chasing, so tiered payment options that still protect your costs, and why you should never release orders without full payment. Uh, I, somebody's calling, not we'll send them the voicemail because hey, they should know I'm on a show right now. So don't let the payments, late payments stress you out. We're going to protect your time. We're going to protect your money and your sanity with these pretty simple strategies for it. Okay. So, going through all this, it does happen far too often in our industry. You think you've got a solid order, you invest time and money, and then the customers either delay paying or just vanishes altogether, and that really can eat into your profit. And you don't have to live in constant worry about getting ghosted. And we just got to put some systems in place, and we can shift from chasing checks to collecting payments up front. Now, how are we going to do that? Well, here we go. Number one, let's just require deposits or full payments before ordering. It's the easiest way to protect yourself. Just set the policy. No payments, no order. You know, may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're worried about, scaring customers off. But the reality is, serious customers will respect it. The ones who push back are usually ones to most likely ghost you. By requiring your deposits or your full payments up front, you shift the risk away from yourself. You're no longer gambling your money on whether or not someone will come through. Uh, It also is going to position your business as professional, just like other service providers, caterers, photographers, rental companies. They all require deposits. You should too. It isn't just about the money, it's about peace of mind. Knowing that you're covered financially frees you to focus on the fun part, creating. So, some examples is got a decorator in Ohio that requires 50% deposit upfront before ordering blanks. Hasn't chased a single payment since. All right. Another one, full payment before production. Why? Loss of $300 in ghosted orders. Once went to full payments, stress dropped immediately. Why? You're not doing anything till you get paid for it. So, action step for this is we just need to update your policy. If you don't have one in place on collecting deposits or full payments up front, you need to make one. And say orders only move forward after deposit or full payment is received. Pretty simple. Now, how are we doing this? Well, that leads us to tip number two. Use online invoicing tools with payment links. Sometimes customers delay paying because the process feels inconvenient. If you make them track down cash or write checks, chances are they're going to drag their feet. By using invoicing tools with built-in payment links, you remove that excess, the excuses, and make it easy for them to pay right away. You know, Invoicing software also helps you stay organized. You'll know exactly who paid and who hasn't paid. And you'll do all this without digging through text or Venmo notes. Many platforms even send automatic reminders, which means you don't have to chase people down personally. The professionalism of an invoice communicates value. When a customer sees a polished invoice with terms, they treat it like a business instead of a hobby. So, somebody they switch from text messages to Square invoices. Customers can pay instantly with a card, and payments drop by almost 80%. Another one uses PayPal invoices for automatic reminders. Customers stop forgetting because the system kept nudging them. So if you don't have anything in place, this is what we got to do. We just got to sign up for one of the invoicing platforms: Square, QuickBooks, PayPal, Wave. You know, these are all ones that you can start using and start sending professional invoices with clickable payment links. Now, goes to number three, which is the automated payment reminders, because nobody likes chasing payments. But sometimes customers do genuinely forget, right? Instead of sending the awkward email of, hey, just checking in, let automation handle it for you. Most invoicing platforms allow you to schedule reminders that go out until payment is made. Automatic reminders remove the emotional burden. You don't have to feel pushy or guilty. The system just does it for you. And customers are used to this in other industries. Oh, excuse me. From utility bills to subscriptions, so it doesn't feel out of place. Even if you do need to follow up personally, automation gives you a paper trail. You can reference the reminders that were already sent out. You can a lot in Square. You can see that they open those. So I never got it. Well, it shows verification that you open that, right? And this just makes the conversation more about policy and less about emotion. So, and then somebody who, with their invoicing system, they have it set up so they send reminders every 3 days until payment is received. Payment sped up dramatically because why? They were coming through it. Another one just uses the Square auto reminder feature, and it cuts those unpaid invoices in half. So look into your payment processing, what you're sending invoices through, and see if there's a way to enable those automatic reminders so you never have to send another awkward payment text again. All right. Number four. Well, we can create tiered payment options. Sometimes customers resist paying upfront because they're nervous about trust. And you can solve this by offering tiered payment options that still protect you. For example, you might require 50% deposit to start and then the remaining 50% before pickup. What does this do? Well, this way the customer feels comfortable, but you're never left holding the full financial risk. We have a lot of business customers that are that way with this. They'll order a couple $1,000s worth of stuff. They'll pay half of it at the time of their order, and then they pay half of it at the time of pickup. You know, Tiered payments make that larger order more manageable for the customer. Instead of one big payment, it breaks it into chunks, which can help them commit faster. At the same time, you're not advancing the entire order on your own dime, right? The key is to structure the tiers in a way that always covers your cost. By the time you're pressing shirts, you should already have enough payment to cover blanks and supplies. So some ways to do this is that somebody working with school required 50% deposit up front and 50% before delivery. School appreciated the split, and she never lost money on blanks. Another one was said that they had customers that were hesitant to pay in full up front. So they offered a 50% down, 50% on delivery. It compromised work for both sides. So if you don't have tiers, this is for the action step of this one, if you don't have tiered payments in place, take a look at it. Is it something you can offer to certain clients? And if so, write a tiered payment policy that works for your customers while protecting their costs. And number five, here is the big one. If you only take one thing away today, just one thing, Do not release orders without final payment. Even if you've collected a deposit, do not let finished orders leave your shop without full payment, because once the shirts are gone, your leverage is gone too. You know, Customers may promise to pay later, but too often later never comes. By making payment a condition of delivery, you guarantee that you are never chasing money after the fact. And this policy also just sends a clear message about your professionalism. Just like you wouldn't leave a store without paying, customers shouldn't expect to walk away with custom products without paying the balance. If it may feel uncomfortable the first time you enforce it, but it gets easier, and customers quickly learn to respect this rule. Examples of this is the decorator had a client try to pick up shirts without paying the balance. She politely reminded them of her policy. Payment is required before pickup. Client paid on the spot. Another decorator learned the hard way when a customer promised to pay next week, and they never did. Now they hold all orders until payment clears. So, easy action step for this. Just add a simple line to your policy. Orders will not be released until full payment is received. And consistently and constantly enforce it. So, to recap all of this, all right, chasing payments is stressful, but it's also preventable. By putting systems in place, you stop ghosting before it happens, and it protects your business from financial loss. And how did we do that? Well, we're going to require deposits or full payments before orders. We're going to use online invoicing tools with payment links. We're going to automate payment reminders. We're going to create tiered payment options, and we will not release orders without final payment. So with these systems, I don't think you'll ever have to worry about unpaid orders again. Instead, you'll just have peace of mind knowing that your time and materials are covered. Because at the end of the day, you deserve to be paid for your work on time, every time. By setting clear policies and using simple tools, you can eliminate the stress of chasing payments and focus on what you do best, creating amazing custom apparel. Just remember, professional businesses don't hope to get paid, they guarantee it with systems. And so now it's your turn to put those systems in place. That's what we have for you today. Wednesday, if you didn't know, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Wednesday, we're going to talk about confidence behind the camera. That's on this side of it. How to get comfortable showing up, because it can be a little sketchy and scary sometimes. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about that, how we did it. Now, questions, comments, concerns. Let's go through these so we'll see how everything is going for everyone. Let's see, where did we leave off? And I think it was right here when Jerry asked where she sourced her hand sanitizers from. Peggy's got 73 there in South Carolina. Coffee in a cup, water in a tumbler, waiting for my shirts to be delivered. For a rush order, paying well. Love it, love it, love it. Working on more projects for the craft fair on the 11th. Very, very nice. Tim's checking in there. Good morning. Tinning away today. Hope everybody had a great weekend. You too, Tim. Tracy's in North Carolina. Jerry, I do orders for the state of Ohio. I have to wait on many people to approve the invoice. I joke it has to be approved by Congress. Pretty much, they're the only clients that I deliver goods without payment. Those are one of the ones that are the worst for me, because like right now, government shutdown. Sorry, we can't do anything. We can't pay. You'll get paid when we get paid. Yeah, I'm like, no, dog. Go grab that credit card. Let's just throw it on there. They always pay. I'm glad they always pay for you, Jerry. Have I told you the horror stories that we've waited 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, 12 months for payment from the state? Uh-uh. Yes, always document every convo and email, and that's why I use Plod a lot. Plod's my buddy. We do a lot of plotting, where we'll record our conversations. We'll have our so we can get the reviews of it, and then we will send them the summary of it, put on there. Love it, love it, love it. Wrestling. Oh, I just think I'm starting to try and fight one. So hopefully you're at the tail end of it. And Renee said, so true, Jerry. Even if I have a call with someone, I send a follow-up email with what we talked about, so there's paper trail of expectations. Absolutely. Here's what we talked about. Here's what we're doing. 100%. Exactly, Renee. Without a paper trail, they can argue it never happened, especially if you have to send them to collections, right? And then even on that, you're getting pennies on the dollar. Are you ever going to get anything back out of it? And you guys all know that I've dealt with this. Okay, yes, you have. Yes, Tim, that stinks. Here in Illinois, the government makes me get a sales tax number before I issue an invoice. Right? I'm not selling enough to get it. Really? So you can't, you have to sell enough to get the number? That's interesting. For those that engrave dog tags other than Chewbacca, who do you source from? Amazon, JDS, JP Plus. It depends on which ones that are there. So yeah, a few different places. What you got? Okay. What do we got? Do we have anything else today? If not, we will get you out of here and get started on the early day. We've got our mentorship call that starts here in about a half an hour. For everybody who want any information on the mentorship call, soon. That group, I'm meeting with the team that's building out the new platform today, so that way we can see where everything lines up with that. We'll get everything in there for it. We've got a lot of meetings this week. Maybe Can's machine will be here today, tomorrow. Maybe some other stuff is happening behind the scenes. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes. And yeah. We got with it. Craft Express also handsome. I'm looking for a pink round scallop. What's the material made out of? Oh yeah, a pink scallop. Pink scallop. Because I would think, couldn't you just make those out, cut them yourself out of hardboard? Couldn't you? Couldn't you make those yourself out of hardboard and then sublimate them? I don't know. That's what I'm asking. See, Craft Express also. We will put that out, Gabriella. We will put that information out there once everything's. So we closed it for a while, and so then we move everything over here. And then once we move it over there, then you'll have it. Oh, aluminum. Yeah, pink aluminum ones. Do you got pictures and links? We can search it and see about that later now. Yeah, maybe. We'll see with that. Go that way with it. Okay. All right. You guys have an amazing day. We're going to get out of here so we can get started on our list. We got a busy day with it. So until next time, you guys have an amazing day. Like I said, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow night, Tuesday with Todd. It all depends what shows up. Stuff is delayed in shipping on what we're going to do, and we'll figure it out as the day goes progresses in tomorrow. But that's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So until next time, peace, love, press on, and we'll see you then.